AI agents are about to replace millions of jobs, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Today, we're building a 5-agent AI sales team that includes a prospector, an email writer, inbox manager, scheduler, and concierge. Not one agent, a team of AI agents, collaborating, coordinating, and outperforming humans. We're going to be looking at a multi-LLM, multi-agent orchestration platform called NeuralSeek, and it requires zero coding experience. And by the end, they're going to be booking real sales calls automatically. Most AI tools give you one model and one job, but real companies run off of workflows with specialized roles and strict rules. And most of those tools don't have governance or routing or knowledge-based authority. Enterprises don't want chatbots. They want orchestrated AI workflows. Every agent can have different LLM, knowledge base, guardrails, embeddings, all with an auditable logging. This is why big companies approve of NeuralSeek. Bad AI equals bad headlines, but NeuralSeek prevents both. Everybody talks about AI agents, but they forget the hard part: the governance, accuracy, security, and actually connecting them to the business. And that's where NeuralSeek changes the whole game. Today, I'm building a multi-LLM, multi-agent workflow that can search knowledge bases, classify intents, and generate answers with citations, and take action in the real world, in minutes, with no code, no hallucinations, and enterprise ready. The problem with most AI agents today, they sound cool until you ask them to do real work. They'll hallucinate, they can't follow governance, and they live in one LLM's bubble. And they don't connect to enterprise tools. NeuralSeek flips that architecture. Knowledge first, skills first, workflows first. The LLM is just one piece of a controlled automation engine. Instead of one agent trying to do everything, each agent has its own brain with a different LLM, a different knowledge base, different guardrails, and different tasks altogether. NeuralSeek supports all of the biggest LLMs, and each one of these LLMs can be used in individual steps within a same agent, giving us the ultimate flexibility for the specific task that we're working on. And Maistro orchestrates them all. So the right agent handles the right work. Plug NeuralSeek into what you already use, whether that be Watson Assistant or Microsoft Teams or Slack. AI meets the business where it works. This is how enterprises are scaling AI, with one controlled orchestration engine powering hundreds of workflows. More productivity, less risk, all with zero code. Let's give this knowledge to our AI workforce. Now in Maistro, we're going to actually build out these agents. We can use NeuralSeek's auto builder to generate these agents. So let's start with the email writer. I'm going to paste in a prompt to create this agent with just natural language. Within a few seconds, we have our first agent built. We can see some of the set parameters that have been determined for us, like recipient name, company name, the product or issue to address, as well as any additional context. We can see here we have 3 individual send to LLM nodes. And for each one of these calls to the LLM, we can determine whether we want to use the default LLM or pick a custom LLM that we think is better for that step. So if it requires a larger context window, we could use something like Claude, or if we need live search results, we could use something like Gemini. Let's go ahead and save this agent. NeuralSeek even has pre-built agents that we can leverage here. So we can use NeuralSeek's email prospector agent. What this agent is going to do is write a marketing email based on the data we're able to pull from this website. We're going to format it, create a bullet pointed list based on that document, and then send all of the previous context to the LLM. Let's go ahead and save this agent. NeuralSeek also has a pre-built smart inbox manager ready to go for us. Let's go ahead and save this agent next. As our agents get more complex, we can use the Agent NTL tab to actually look and edit our agent a little more carefully. All right, so what this agent is doing is it's taking that email content, categorizing that email that's coming in, whether it be work, personal, spam, important, and classifying it from those categories. Then it's going to route those emails into one of those categories. The next agent that's also pre-built in NeuralSeek is our scheduler. From here, we can give NeuralSeek calendar access and allow it to find the best time and schedule the meetings for us. And finally, the client concierge agent. This is going to take in our client list, meeting cadence, as well as any email templates we've given it. It's going to send all of that information to an LLM and schedule client check-ins and follow-ups to ensure personalized communication for every single outreach. After that, it's going to take that personalized outreach and ensure that that information is passed to our scheduler and to to our email to create a more personalized email. Now that we have all 5 agents loaded and saved into our instance, we're going to execute each agent and then export its OpenAPI spec. Now that we've saved and exported all of those OpenAPI specs, the next step is to create an API key that we can then use to call these agents. So we'll head over to the Integrate tab where we can create an API key. Next, we'll take these agents into Lovable and create our AI sales team front end. So I already went to GPT and dumped everything that I wanted to build with these AI sales agents, gave it all of the context for each OpenAPI spec of every agent, as well as my own thoughts on how I want this built. It created me a master prompt, which I'll then paste into Lovable. I'll make sure to attach all 5 agents. Now that I pasted in that prompt, gave the full context of what I want, let's have it built. Now we'll let Lovable work its magic. Just like that, we built our automation console for our AI sales agents. Let's launch the console. After we input our query, we can see it goes through our multi-agentic framework and works step by step through the process until the task is complete. So with one natural language query, we can extrapolate on these agents, connect them to our tools and our softwares that our company uses to make them more customizable and more effective over time. But in just a short period of time, you can see the complexity and speed in which I'm able to generate these AI agents. In under 20 minutes, we were able to build out these agentic frameworks and complete work that would take multiple people hours of time to complete. NeuralSeek offers us speed and simplicity with a successful outcome every time. Classify leads, write emails, manage inbox, book meetings, and nurture follow-ups. Now you have 5 employees without paying salaries. This isn't about AI replacing people, it's about empowering the ones who use it. NeuralSeek not only gives us the opportunity to create complex agents quickly, but allows us to curate our knowledge base in a way that we can deliver accurate answers to our customers. At its core, NeuralSeek is an AI-powered answer-as-a-service platform. It leverages large language models and users' corporate knowledge bases to provide concise and contextually relevant answers to users' queries. Now let's connect the knowledge base. This could be Pinecone, Kendra, Elasticsearch, anything. Let's ask a question in the Seek tab. When we ask our question in the Seek tab, we can see all of the relevant documents that contributed to the creation of that answer. We'll return things like semantic match, semantic analysis, our knowledge base confidence and knowledge base coverage, as well as response time. NeuralSeek responds a clean answer with citations, and we can enforce accuracy thresholds, brand tone, no compliance violations, and multi-language responses. We don't cross the line here. Role-based restrictions, legal policies, redaction. NeuralSeek enforces compliance before the LLM speaks. Let's take a deeper look at all of the settings that NeuralSeek has to offer. In the Configure tab, you can also handle knowledge-based tuning directly in NeuralSeek. So within the knowledge-based tuning section, we have things like document score range, which basically allows us to take the top 20% highest confidence documents to contribute to the creation of that answer. The document date penalty toggle allows us to prioritize newer documents over older documents. We can also set the snippet size, and we have the ability to edit the vector search settings. Within platform preferences, we can do things like set context turns, enable cross-language translation of the knowledge base, as well as setting up custom stop words or using NeuralSeek's built-in HTML cleansing tool. You can also do prompt engineering directly in NeuralSeek without all the complex coding. We can set our answer engineering and preferences, so we can choose whether our answer is going to be more concise or more verbose, and if we're going to be forcing answers from our knowledge base. We can also edit our intent matching tolerance, so whether we want exact match or vector similarity, we have the flexibility to change it. We can also handle cache configuration here, so we can determine how many times we want to answer the same question uniquely before we begin caching answers. Then NeuralSeek has guardrails. This is where we can enable semantic scoring. This is going to allow our model to check the answer being generated against the knowledge base and come up with a score of how accurate we believe that answer to be. We can also do things like block prompt injection. It has built-in pre-LLM filters allowing you to mask, flag, or hide personal identifiable information. You can set custom guardrails for things like profanity and hate and set custom responses when those are flagged. NeuralSeek also allows you to set custom warning and minimum confidence threshold answers. We could set the warning confidence to about 10 or 15% and still allow our LLM to generate an answer, but communicate to the user that we're not confident in this answer and having custom inputs for minimum and maximum length questions. AI that's governed is AI that is not guessing. All of the things that NeuralSeek offers contributes to eliminating repetitive work and letting people focus on what truly drives value. Let me know how you would improve these agents and what I should build next. Subscribe if you want to see more AI sales agent builds. This is just the beginning of what AI is capable of doing, so keep paying attention.